Space, humanity's last horizon. These are the records and expeditions of the Federation starship Lovelace. Assigned an ongoing galactic charter, the intrepid crew of the Lovelace explores the excitement of strange new worlds, encounters new life forms and new civilizations, and ultimately seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fable Scraps' Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. My name is Nicotine. I'll be your DM for today. I'm joined by a fantastic cast who will introduce to you in just one moment. However, before we begin, I would like to talk a little bit about the channel. If you are listening to this on podcasting apps like Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record this show live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Live viewers on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/fablescraps are able to affect the story in meaningful ways based on the clever use of donations. In this game, Star Trek Adventures, there is a mechanic called Threat and Momentum. Threat represents a some kind of complication that the DM can introduce that could pose as some sort of challenge to the crew. Momentum is the player's option to spend a point to re-roll or to gain information about a certain task. I want to give a very special thank you to all of those of you who have subscribed today. That is a lot of you. Thank you very much. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our fantastic cast of the Federation Starship Lovelace, starting with Fist of the Walrus. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Fist.
Hello, I'm Fist of the Walrus. I'm a role
sorry,
player
one more
primarily.
thing. If Fist sounds okay, hit ones in chat. Sorry, Fist, go ahead.
Give me ones. I'm a role player primarily over on twitch.tv. Just started back on GTA 5 RP. I'm making a Christmas movie. It's been a lot of fun.
That's amazing. I love it. Where can people find your content?
You can find me over at Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Fist of the Walrus.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Fist. We're happy to have you. Next up is Lock the Raven.
Hey everybody, I'm Lock the Raven. I do a lot of variety streaming over on Twitch, including GTA and Grand Theft Auto. Just said the same thing twice. My brain hurts.
It's one of those days.
You can find me. You can find me here on Fable Scraps twice weekly.
That's
and
right.
You can find
for our other show.
Yeah, for our other show.
Doom Lore,
which,
every Friday.
I hate that making me fussy brings you so much joy.
I get so much joy out of it. That's why I'm DMing. Where can people find your content, Lock the Raven?
Do you want to tell them? Because you told them about the shit.
Over on twitch.tv/Lock the Raven.
You.
One word. Exactly how it sounds. Next up, we have Aaron Black. How
Hi.
you doing, Aaron?
I'm great. My name is Aaron Black.
Sorry, if Aaron sounds okay at threes in chat. Okay, continue. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm an author. Recently published a book called Firewall Down. It's a cyberpunk detective mystery novel. And if you would like to know more, you can follow me over on Twitter under Aaron B. Writes.
That's awesome. I got my copy. Thank you very much, Aaron. And last but not least, Anavan. How are you, Anavan?
I'm doing good, and if I sound all right, put 4 in chat, beat you to it. And
Oh, shit.
I am a
Shit.
I'm a streamer here on I'm a streamer here on twitch.tv. I also do roleplay, and I'm helping Fist make his Christmas movie as well.
Oh my god. This is
All
awesome.
the robot cameos.
I cannot wait.
All the cameos.
I cannot wait to see that when it is done.
Yeah, me either. That sounds amazing.
And so people can find you on Twitch?
Yeah, people can find me on Twitch at Enevun, ENEVUN,
Perfect.
and on Twitter and YouTube as well under the same name.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Enovan. I appreciate it. And without further ado, I think we're ready to get right into it. So, the Federation starship Lovelace has been underway on a exploration and charting mission for some weeks now. It is a job that is kind of rote for the crew. It involves a lot of paperwork, a lot of traveling, essentially one long road trip to go chart new and interesting rocks, barren rocks. The crew is naturally a little bit restless. And so to that end, some members of the crew have decided that that the best way to endure these long travels is with a cup of tea. We open to a tea room. Captain Lockstead is seated at a table with Ensign Gregory. How do you like your tea, Captain?
It's perfect.
Yeah? Oh gosh. I got the kind that I knew you really liked. I got several.
It's the most delicious tea I've ever tasted.
Really?
Yes,
Oh
I
my-
mean it.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so happy.
You don't have to say anything, Gregory. Let's just enjoy this moment together.
Oh, okay. The tea room is a portion of the U.S.S. Lovelace that has been cleared out and contains a large viewing window of the aft of the ship. So all the stars that are fading away, you can sort of see the nacelles on the upper sides of the viewing window. But it is a dimly lit room designed for relaxation and comfort. It has rugs and a low table. Some lights are kind of simulating candlelight. Captain, do you, I know you don't usually like it, but would you like some sugar? I have all kinds of different sugars from different planets that I visited.
Gregory, this doesn't need any sugar because you're already so sweet.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Captain.
Gregory, I want to promote you to co-captain of this ship.
Oh my god. Captain.
I understand this is a lot of responsibility, but I would rather have you by my side than anyone else on this ship. Know the universe, Gregory.
Oh, Captain. Yes. Yes. Captain.
Yes, Gregory.
Gregory inches a little bit closer to you. Captain. Closer
Yes,
still.
Gregory.
And at that very moment, the other ensigns who are standing outside of Holodeck 1 are watching it through a view screen.
Horrified.
Ensign Salixon, Ensign Ryak are both observing through a small viewing port what they perceive to be some sort of ritual. Ensign Ryak is confused, and Ensign Salixon is mortified. What do we do? What do we do? I don't know. Should we cut it? Yeah, I mean, if everybody finds out, they're gonna be, they're gonna get in a lot of trouble. Like, Ensign Salixon reaches into their pouch. They have like a small pouch that they carry with them for their engineering duties, and retrieves a multi-tool. They walk over to the there's like an access panel. Gently remove the access panel, and find that there are several of these brand new Isolinear chips that make the entire show run here on the holodecks, that have been a little bit they've been just ever so slightly shifted to accommodate this program that isn't really supposed to be able to be run. And Ensign Salixon kind of looks over at Ensign Rag like, go check it out, because they both understand that something has been tampered with. And so silently they agree to not just cut the program, but alter it a little bit with these Isolinear chips as like a prank on Ensign Gregory.
The sexy prank.
And as they go to do that, the klaxons begin to sound. Red lights are flashing. And the ship's computer is brought to life immediately.
Attention. 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 Please evacuate holodecks 1 and 2. Purge will commence in 60 minutes.
What?
In the event of a ship's captain becoming incapacitated or not able to be found, holodecks 1 and 2 will be purged with the automated defense systems aboard the U.S.S. Lovelace. Tampering is unacceptable.
What did you say about the captain? I don't know. Where's the captain? Where's the captain? Captain! Captain! The captain, as it turns out, is enjoying a a conversation with an old friend, acquaintance. Out at Rigel Port. Rigel Port is a pirate haven. It has been for some centuries. In 1715 Caribbean. Captain Lockstead has recently agreed to meet with the Royal British Navy in order to not turn over the Lovelace, but to reach some kind of agreement, a parley, perhaps. And so to that end, he sits now in an office with his contact from His Majesty's Royal Navy, Magistrate Melody Fields. So good of you to come, Captain Lockstead.
Oh, enough with the pleasantries.
I understand that you're a man of great taste. Can I interest you in some of our delightful teas or coffees?
Tempting as it may be, I'm fine with my own.
I see. Well, I have here the letters of marque. These will essentially bring you into service of His Majesty's Royal Navy. These documents will preclude you from the wrath of His Majesty's Royal Navy in the event of some sort of firefight. Additionally, it will also give you several tasks to complete your duties here. Are you familiar at all with the local region, by any chance?
Familiar with the local region. Been sailing these seas since I was a young lad. course I know.
Very well. His Majesty's Royal Navy would like a complete and total hold on this region. And to that end, our privateers will be expected to uphold the law, squash any kind of pirate rebellion, and also to chart some of the lesser known areas. We suspect there may be some sort of pirate camp nearby. We'd like to know the location of it for reasons. Additionally, we would appreciate any kind of prisoners you may be able to provide for us for our newly formed re-education camps down at Eagle Rock. Do you have any questions?
Well, the question is, when can I start?
There's a good lad. Go ahead and sign these papers. We'll make it all official. Use my quill. Just don't spit on it or anything. Perfect. All right. Well, your comrades are waiting for you outside. Feel free to stop around the market, see if you can, pick up some supplies. Your ship has been refitted and repainted. We've given it a few modifications, so I hope it's, of your standards.
Oh, you'll be hearing from me if it isn't.
Well, a lot of business to attend to, so thank you very much for stopping by, and congratulations on becoming a privateer of His Majesty's Royal Navy.
Someone's got to celebrate, I guess. Well, back to the sea for me.
Captain Lockstead walks out of the office and is met by his loyal crew. Do you want to introduce them, Captain?
Quartermaster Herrick,
Captain.
where are you? Herrick?
Herrick is standing quite observably by a pallet of barrels of unknown substance with the rest of the crew, looking very much like he doesn't want to be here.
Herrick! Where are you, lad? Herrick?
I am here, Captain.
I'm here, Captain.
Yar.
That's the spirit. Well, we just got our mark. We just need to supply the ship and then set sail and do some charting, some exploring, and some hunting for pirates. It's going to be grand, Eric. It's going to be grand.
I should hope so.
How are the rest of you feeling? See any good supplies? Huh? Cook?
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain. I gotta tell you, I asked for 2 barrels of oranges, and they only gave us 1 barrel of oranges, so I need to go have a talk with them, because I know we paid for 2. And, we do have some rum on board, but you know what happened last time with the rum, so I'm trying to make sure to secure that properly. But I think, for the most part, we have everything we need.
Good, good. Be nice eating something other than hardtack. As, haven't been regular since with a week's diet of nothing but that.
Oh, hey, none of us have been, Captain. I know.
Oh, Ram! How goes things in the market? Anything catch your eye?
No, Captain. I think we are quite well supplied with all the rum and the oranges. Yaha.
Yo-ho!
Yo-ho. Yaha.
All right, then. What are we doing here? Our legs aren't suited for land. There be a ship well acquainted with our old knees.
Cookie.
Be awaiting out on the seas.
Cookie, you are desperate to get this other barrel of oranges that you paid for specifically. You feel like you got cheated, and you want those oranges come hell or high water. And you know what shop it is. It's Malasar Supply, and it's on the way to the docks. So.
All right, Captain. Well, on the way to the boat, I just need to talk to that bastard at Malasar's.
If he gives you any trouble, you let us know. We'll handle him.
Oh, I will, Captain. Don't you worry.
Give him the old 1-2.
I may give him a 3.
4, and close the door.
I can't count higher than that, Captain, but sure.
And then 5, 6, and then we'll
5 and 6.
we'll kick him, and then we'll work on that one.
Right.
All right, we'll work on that one.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna think of some good ones for when we run into pirates out in the open
Right.
sea.
Oh, that's true.
All right, we'll be off with you. Go and settle your scar with the orange man.
Aye, Captain. And then I head off.
As Cookie is walking towards Malasar's supplies, you find yourself amidst a huge port with a wild assortment of creatures and species. There are Andorians and Klingons and even a few Betazoid women on platforms dancing for burlesque with with groups of people like hooping and hollering. You find Malasar's supply quite easily. It's near the docks by design. And as you peer through the window, you notice a large Klingon standing menacingly over a small Ferengi, who you know to be Malasar.
Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know. I don't have it. I'm sorry. I don't have it.
I know that you do. I watched you with it earlier. Now tell me where it is.
I don't have it. You must have seen something else, okay?
I'm watching you, Ferengi. We're always watching you.
You notice that the Klingon is dressed all in black and has a very telltale insignia, very lightly embossed on his buckle that holds his saber in place, his cutlass. It's a small spiral, and you quickly back away from the window while the Klingon turns around and menacingly stomps through the door, obviously quite angry. And as you walk into the shop, you notice the Ferengi Malasar deeply distressed, talking to some of his store associates and other Ferengi in hushed whispers. Hello. How are you? Welcome to Malasar's again. Can I help you?
No, I don't want to hear any of that. Malasar, I paid for 2 barrels of oranges. 2 barrels. There was 1 barrel sent to the ship. Only 1.
Okay. Look, it's the unit of measurement. It's 2 barrels worth of oranges in the. It's a large barrel. It's large. You could have had 2 smaller barrels for the amount of money. You know what? It's fine. Actually, it's fine. I have something for you. It'll make up for everything. Just come here to the back room with me quickly, please.
All right. And then I'd follow him.
The Ferengi pushes away a draped curtain and brings you into a back supply room, basically. There's a small table with several supplies and nets and fishing equipment and just knickknacks. And the Ferengi walks over to the edge of the table where there's a small scroll. And the Ferengi grips it a little too tightly and is shaking as they look up at you with their big Ferengi eyes. And they say, all right. What did you say your name? No, you know what? I don't even want to know. Here's the deal, okay? You want another barrel of oranges, right? And I'll give you a few oranges extra on top of the oranges we already agreed upon. However, I'm gonna throw something in for you, okay? Who, man? I'm gonna throw something in. You ready? Have you ever heard of Elysian Fields.
Elysian Fields.
Yeah, Elysian Fields.
Nope,
You ever
never
heard
heard of it. Nope, what is it?
Okay. Look, there's a treasure in Elysian Fields. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody knows about it. But nobody has been able to find Elysian Fields.
Right. So instead of a full barrel of oranges, you're gonna give me a map to a treasure just like that. And a few oranges on the side.
Listen. I can't mount an expedition to Elysian Fields. It's worthless to me. But you can have this in exchange for the oranges that you said you didn't get. How's that?
You know,
Just look at
I'd
it.
argue.
Just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it.
I'm going to look at it.
Hands
and
it
then
to you, thrusts it
Oh,
at you.
I'm gonna like angrily snatch it from him, give him an eye, and then unroll it and take a look.
You see, you see what appears to be a map of the region, but there's a wide circular spiral being drawn into a certain location way out in the middle of the ocean. You also see a rendering of like a pile of coins, a cave, and a compass. And on the compass, you notice that inside the dial is not a regular needle, but what you know to be an isolinear chip. A very particular isolinear chip, one that has the notches and grooves in it, denoting it as a holodeck specific isolinear chip.
This is a strange map you have here. But if is it accurate? I'm not talking about the treasure, as it were,
But
just for
very,
measurements.
Very reliable sources have given me this map, all right? It's 100% legitimate, and it's worth a lot of money. I could be selling it to you, honestly.
No, all right. You have yourself a deal. And then I put my hand out.
Perfect. Take a handful of oranges and go.
Oh.
Take a handful of oranges and go.
It's going to be an armful, not a handful.
Okay, whatever.
and then
Just take them and go. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I'm going to load up with the oranges and then just sort of walk out with them.
And
the,
hide
and the
that
map,
thing.
Probably. Nice doing business with you.
Yeah. And you exit the shop, Malasar Supply. You see the rest of the crew engaging in some window shopping, I guess, at the market. And you join up with the rest of them.
Captain. I wasn't able to get a full barrel of oranges. However, I may have something that could pique your interest. But I can't show it to you here. It's in my pants. Captain?
Anyways, we were just window shopping here.
That's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll tell you what. I'll meet you on board a little bit later, and then I'll show it to you. And then I'm going to.
No,
scurry
that's
off.
quite all right. Maybe get the ship doctor to check that out.
No, Captain, no, Captain. That's a map.
You got a map in your pants.
I do. I have a map in my pants.
Is this be some sort of how they say, romanticizing that you don't pick up here, trying to, what do they call them, the pickup lines? Are you trying to lay that down on me or something?
No.
Is there buried
No,
treasure
Captain.
in there?
No, well, I mean, maybe, but not that way. No, it's an actual piece of parchment with lines drawn on it, and not exactly an X marks the spot, but yeah, I can show it to you. I just don't want to pull it out here while we're in the port.
Right. Might want to keep that in your pants. If you pull it out in the market, it
That's
might
what
cause
I'm
a
saying.
fuss.
Exactly, yes.
Yes, don't
Okay.
want anyone plundering it.
No, absolutely not. So, here's the deal. You just pull it out on the ship in private, just me and you, so no one else
Right.
can see it, just in case.
Right. Absolutely, Captain.
All right. Well, be on with you. The handful of oranges looks mighty heavy there. You
Yeah,
did get quite a lot.
I did, yes. It's not quite a barrel. It's probably some of a barrel.
Yeah, I just appreciate you not putting it in your pants.
I didn't think about that. Wow.
No, don't do that.
That's
All right.
more than all right. I'll just carry them.
You
right.
you hear a voice from behind you, Captain. Captain Lockstead? Is that you? And you turn to see an acquaintance of yours. One moment, let me pull it up. Captain Lockstead, how have you been? It's been years. There's a woman, a tall woman with short red hair, who is standing uncomfortably close to you. She's breathing heavily. And behind her, to her left, is that large Klingon from earlier, dressed all in black.
Well, blow me down. What are you doing here?
We just stopped for... She looks over at the Klingon. A little resupply. Some information. I could ask the same of you.
Just getting some oranges.
Oranges. Yes. Have you given any more thought to becoming one with her dark majesty?
You know, I have given it a little thought, and thinks I need a little more time to think on it.
Time is an illusion, Captain. We are not at the mercy of time in the void.
It's always personal space with you. I can feel your breath.
The Klingon behind her grunts and kind of flexes a little bit.
He's been working out.
I see. Well, I've noticed the Lovelace has gotten itself a refit, a new paint job, and a new plate.
Quite observant with that one good eye of yours. It has.
My eye can see more than both of yours. And I see now that you're privateers.
Aye, that we are.
Well, should you ever change your mind, the void welcomes you. And she backs away and turns around. The Klingon eyes you, kind of sizes you up, and grunts a little bit. And
Flex at him a little bit.
then follows her away. And you're left back at the market.
Captain, well, I saw that tall one there arguing with Malasars earlier. He seems like an Andre sort.
Oi, very fit as well. Been working out.
Yeah, well, I suppose. You know that lady there?
Aye, old acquaintance. Be harmony. Not much known about this void everybody speaks of, but every time, offer always is the same.
Do you think she's hitting on you, Captain?
No, I thought you were hitting on me like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry. I'm not practiced at what that is, so I
Hey.
wasn't.
No.
Talking about her void or whatever. I'm just saying. I don't. Anyway, I should be getting these oranges back to the ship.
Oi, or actually, why don't you have one of the cabin boys bring it back on the ship for you, and we do a little window shopping.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just keep the map in my pants. Cabin boy. I'm gonna offload him to hopefully someone that's right there.
Cabin boy and Gregor.
You have one. You have one accomplice with you, but they cannot speak. They are mute, and they are purely on autopilot, like they've been lobotomized. They respond to whistles, and that's about it.
Here you go. No, don't give me any lip.
It kind of stares at you, like questioning, like, what do you?
Take the oranges to the ship
Oh.
and put them in with the other oranges in the hold there with the food.
This heaving hulk of a tattered mute is like drooling a little bit at the sides of its mouth. It has very few teeth, and its lips are kind of on a side angle, and it does not understand your words whatsoever.
If I may.
At the whistle, the mute immediately makes a straight beeline for the ship in a straight line, like irrespective of tables or people or the ocean, and just goes straight to the ship with all of the gear.
Oh, that's why
whistle.
you're the quartermaster. Arr.
Did you whistle him passive? Might want to do that. He's running into quite a few things.
As there a whistle to go around things?
No. Well, yes.
We're
But
lucky this
no.
even works.
It'd be such a complicated whistle. Not many know how to do it.
I never learned how to whistle.
Do you not recall the time that we accidentally dropped off that entire group that was set to aggressive?
I tore the market asunder, attacked everything that breathed, anything that its soul was attacked.
Not well.
No, not very well. Anyways, we have a bit of time to scour the market, maybe do a bit of window shopping, see if anything catches our eye.
The sun is beginning to set, and you'd like to get out of the market as soon as possible. You know that there are some pretty dangerous characters come out at night at this market, and you'd feel safer sleeping on the open ocean than you would here at this at Port Rigel.
I'll take it like a quick look around. On second thought, these people kind of freaked me out. Let's go back on the ship. We'll just go,
Aye, aye, Captain.
we'll just follow the path that the cabin boy made for us. The path of destruction.
Straight as an arrow.
So the crew comes aboard the HMS, the newly rechristened HMS Lovelace. Let's see here. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I don't know why I did that.
You goofed it.
Goofed it. There it is.
This bird is itchy.
The HMS Lovelace is a ship that has recently been rechristened from its original pirate name of just Lovelace. It is now a ship in service of His Majesty's Royal Navy. It has been given letters of marque and is considered a privateer by His Majesty's Royal Forces. So it's up to you, Captain.
Didn't you have something to show me that was in your... that map that you had?
Oh, right. We need to go to your private quarters. I don't want... I mean, I know we know most of the men here on the ship, but, you know, just in case.
Right.
Eric
I should
is
probably
immediately
make...
going to go do quartermaster duties.
I should probably make an announcement. All right, all you scallywags. Need not go into me private quarters, because I'm going to be headed there with her cook, because he's got something to show me. Just don't go there.
I believe the custom is to leave a sock on your door, Captain.
Is it?
What are socks?
Oh, I used to own a pair of socks. I don't anymore. They just sort of tattered and fell away after a while, you know. As they do.
Put no socks on the door. Just come and show me what you got. I mean, the map.
Not
Aye, Captain. And I'll follow you into your your stateroom, I suppose. All right, Captain. Hold on. I kind of went far down in there.
Okay, just tell me when you got it out.
Right, I've got it. Don't worry, I'm
you
decent.
decent?
I'm
Okay.
decent. I'm fine.
You're the only one to be handling that map, just so you know. Congratulations, you've been promoted to navigator.
Cookie navigator? I've never heard of such a thing. I'm honored. Thank you. Right, so, and I'm going to unravel it and hold it out to him. Not
At a
too close.
distance. Distance.
So, as you can see, Captain, there's some abnormalities about this thing, mainly the compass, but it seems that this might be a okay map to a potential treasure. What do you think?
Oh, you think it'd be something worth looking at?
Well, that's
Give
why
us
I'm
a
holding
little-
it up for you.
Yes, and I respect that you haven't shoved it in me face after where it's been.
Well, you know, it doesn't smell or anything. I've taken a shower last month.
Taking a shower last month? Look at you, all
Yeah.
fancy.
Oh, they've got these things and the water just falls right out of it. It's a wonder. It's, you know, the advanced technologies they've got.
It should be known to the rest of the crew that voices travel exceedingly far on this ship, and all of you can hear literally everything that is said to anyone ever. There is no whispering allowed or available to anyone aboard the HMS Lovelace, because you were only able to speak at a volume that literally everyone can hear.
So, what I'm thinking is, I'm not sure where we're supposed to be heading, but judging by the map, we're currently here, and if we go in that direction, we could at least see if there's something there.
What would that be? What direction would that be as the ship's new navigator / cook? What direction are you going to be sailing in?
Oh, I want to say north, Captain. Judging by the bay that we're in, I think it's out of the bay and then straight starboard. And then,
Okay.
so, not toward the setting sun, but with the setting sun on our left, I think. I'm kind of new to this whole navigating thing.
Maybe we should give it to the helmsman. Helmsman might be able to make do with this.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that's fine too. I actually do have to start working on the meal soon.
Aye. We'll bring him in privately. That way we don't make the rest of the crew get all excited about the treasure map that we found.
Right. Don't let them know about the treasure map. Got it.
Got it, yes. Go ahead and call for our helmsman.
Oh, sure. I'll open up the door. Helmsman,
The universe has bestowed upon the crew of the Lovelace an extra point of threat. Thank you, Vixie. The threat count is now at 4.
Great. We're gonna sink.
Yes?
Helpsman, please. Come on in. Come on in. Close the door.
Be quiet
Right,
about it, though.
And be quiet.
Are we seeing what's in your pants?
Yes.
Right,
Absolutely.
okay. Okay, I'll make sure to close the door behind us.
We thought you could make sense of it being a helmsman and all.
Right. So, would you like to hold the map, helmsman?
No, don't let him hold the map.
Oh, I'm just saying, you know. Fine. All right.
Is there a problem with
You
me
just
holding
put
the
it
map?
on me table.
What? Oh,
You don't want to hold the map.
that's a better idea. I'm gonna go put it on the table and take some knickknacks from the desk and put it on the corners to hold it down.
So, as you can see, this be a map, and there be treasure right there on the X. We just need to know how to get there, and you being the helmsman, where do we go? You think you can chart us a course there?
Right, I can give it a go. I do know my ports, starboards, and sterns. I think that will help.
To Lieutenant Ram,
Excellent.
the artificial crewmate of the U.S.S. Lovelace, this map is child's play. It is very clearly, obviously marked in a way that you can understand in a grid-based system. And you know that you're heading to grid C3, and you're currently at like A2. You know exactly where you're going.
That way.
Yarhar, Captain, I shall give it my best shot to analyze this difficult map.
Fantastic. We should get the quartermaster in here so we can have the ship ready to go as soon as possible.
The quartermaster...
Go ahead and send for the quartermaster, but be private about it. We don't want to alert the rest of the ship.
Herrick opens up a weird door that's down a staircase in the captain's quarters for some reason, and comes up from there. You called for me?
Eric! How just speak of the devil. We were just talking about you.
I heard.
Must have really good ears, Eric.
Everyone heard.
Don't talk about his ears, Captain.
Nobody else heard, just us, because this is a secret meeting that we're having here. No one else heard.
Someone has whistled the mutes off the cannons.
Whistle them back.
They won't listen.
Oh, dang it. Well, we don't need them on the cannons right now. We need them on the sails because we found a treasure map and we're going to go to it.
Very good, Captain.
Let's go ahead. Why don't you whistle them on to the sails and we'll get ourselves set for adventure. And this very complex map we got, it's going to take quite a bit of navigating around.
Right, but we should be able to get there within a couple of days, Captain Yaha.
That's the
6
standard
hours.
time.
Oh. Right. I don't know.
6
One
hours?
way.
Is that
That's
a
quite
long
long.
time? Doesn't seem like a very long time on the sea.
It is.
I mean, we could always
Trust
do
me.
little bits of small talk, you know, as we sail.
Of course,
sing us
maybe.
a few tunes with our accordions and trumpets.
We could dance for
I
5
used to-
hours. For
I used
5
to play a
hours.
harmonica. I suppose I could pull that out.
Aye, half the adventure is getting there. All right, enough standing about. Let's go ahead and make our way to treasure.
Treasure!
Treasure!
To treasure.
Aye, sir.
Yaha!
That's the spirit.
So as Herrick whistles the mutes onto the sails, there is still nobody on the helm, unless Lieutenant Ram has gone to the helm now.
Ram would have gone to the helm
Okay.
from there.
All right. So with Lieutenant Ram is on the helm, Herrick is on the sails, and as you're as you're pulling out the port. It's pretty busy.
The holodeck crashes.
Enovan, I'll need a roll from you. I'm gonna need a a control and con roll of a complication of 3, task roll of 2. Oh, okay. It's a full success. So, the ship sails very gradually unfurl and in like an expert fashion. Your ship is very slowly pulling onto the dock, and you're just gently leaving behind the marketplace. It's starting to get dark. You're understanding that you don't want to stick around for too much longer. Your ship is making way out of this port when you see a large white bird fly overhead. It's kind of listing a little bit, and it's flying very slowly and low over your vessel. And it's at this moment that you realize that the ship is uncomfortably close to a much larger vessel, a brigantine, which you know to be a ship called the where is it? Here it is. Which you know to be a ship called the Void's Embrace. It is
The third one.
it is a diabolical looking ship, and is crewed by an entire crew of very horrifying looking individuals who are like dressed in these awful leather outfits, and you're kind of idly wondering like what kind of leather they are. And one of them, one thing that the Void does is they like take things that from people that they've conquered or ships that they've sunk, and one of them near the bow of the ship has like these little bunny ears on, clearly something that they've just stolen from someone else. And your ship, in any other circumstance, would be absolutely giving the right of way to this much larger vessel. However, your rudder is now not functioning. Your sails have halted and cannot be withdrawn, and you are on a collision course for the Void's Embrace, as the threat meter is reduced. Oops, the threat meter is reduced by 1 back down to 3.
Captain?
What's going on?
Look. And Ram points towards the ship.
Ah.
Aye, it be a larger ship than ours. Give it way.
Well, a little bit of a difficulty with there. There appears to be no, as they say, wind in our sails.
Turn the ship.
It's a little bit difficult, Captain.
The bird has landed, this large white bird. And you can see now that it's up close, it's clearly been painted with lead paint. It's flaking off. It's near the helm, kind of looking at you. And up this close, you're not quite able to determine whether it's a vulture or a raven, because it's mottled and like it has mange. It's very sickly looking and clearly deranged, but it is eyeing you in a very uncomfortable way.
That's the ugliest bird I ever did see. Off with you, you wild beast.
Don't make eye contact with it.
Why?
Herrick is looking through a spyglass he, for some reason, has. And I do believe that is the ship of the people that got angry about a dwarf once.
We're about to run right into it if you don't turn the wheel. Why haven't you turned the wheel, Ram?
I promise you, Captain, I am trying. It's a little bit, budged.
Drop anchor.
That's a good idea. Let's drop anchor before we run into it. Whistle all crew to drop anchor.
The anchor isn't enough, and the ship collides with the Void's embrace, bringing both ships to a halt. Everything is uncomfortably still for just this moment, as you see the large Klingon from before slowly meander his giant body ever so closer to the edge of the Void's embrace. And it looks down at you with a carbine, this long rifle, glittering with some kind of metal that's unknown to you. Like this clearly OP weapon. And it's eyeing you, Captain, right in the face. And behind him a voice just says, "Mr. Vulture, that will not be necessary." As the Administrix Harmony Meadows comes creeping up from behind him and begins to walk along the bow of your ship that's sticking into the Void's embrace and just slowly walking towards you. She makes a contact with your deck, and she's there on your ship suddenly. "Captain, I'm sure there's some way we can work this out."
You know, I couldn't agree more. Fun running into you here, literally and figuratively.
We would be ever so grateful, Captain Lockstead, for the opportunity to bring you into the Void.
You really do want me to join this void of yours?
Someone will join the Void from this ship.
Anyone from this ship, you say, would do just fine for you. And what be it the cost of joining the Void?
They will be welcomed with open arms to Her Dark Majesty.
That don't mean I gotta give up a crewmate to you. Just the Void, right?
We will be taking one member of this ship's crew, Captain, in exchange. The Klingon bristles a little bit at that. And you see just a few more members of the Void appear over the edge. A few more. The guns are run out. And you see this cannon after cannon after cannon after cannon being deployed from the Void's embrace.
We only have green hull. One moment. I'll whistle.
All of the mutes come running towards you immediately. Every mute on the ship.
They're pouring from under the deck.
Yeah, you can hear some of them rustling around below deck, and eventually they too find their way to the top of the ship.
Get him to stop. Okay, take your pick, whichever one you want.
Herrick is just furiously swiping the just gigantic poops the bird is making off the deck.
The bird
Constantly.
is bristling at this and does not want you to touch them. They are his. Very well, Captain. We will be taking all of your mutes.
The condition was one.
All of your mutes. And every one of the mutes is now following the Administrix Harmony Meadows back to the Void's embrace, expertly walking along the bow of the ship that's stuck into the Void's embrace, making their way aboard. And and a few members of the Void swing over to your ship and are able to push it ever so slightly away from the Void's embrace. You manage barely to escape this encounter with your hull intact and your lives spared. As the Void's embrace lowers its sails, the bird screeches and begins to fly away slowly, kind of crazily, and makes its way back to the Void's embrace.
Was I below decks cooking, or was I?
Everyone can hear anything that ever happens on the ships, so you know what happened.
Okay.
There's
fair.
no whispering aboard any ship.
Okay, so then at that point, I'm assuming I was cooking, and I'm gonna come up and be like, Captain, I made an awful lot of food for there not to be a lot of people to eat it. I don't know if I can keep it.
That be the least of our worries now. Well, just put it in the larder because you've been promoted again. This time to Lord Crewmate.
Lord crewmate, that's...
Lord Crewmate, you are the only crewmate, therefore you are the leader of them all. You are the cook, you are the navigator, and you're the Lord Commander of the crewmates.
Right.
Which is being
Right.
yourself.
Right. I'm gonna turn around and head back down.
As the HMS Lovelace begins to make way, the sun is setting. The Void's embrace into the distance now.
Fires a yellow flare.
Into the distance now. You make way towards the objective, your goal. This map with this large spiral shape in one of the grids, and you, Lieutenant Ram, at the helm, are very intently, expertly watching for any kind of abnormality, and way off in the distance, you see a bright red light, tiny as a pinprick, but you're sure that you can see it.
Captain,
Aye?
I'm unsure if it's something that's just messing with my optical senses, but there appears to be some sort of bright light in the distance.
Don't go towards the light.
I mean, okay, we can keep on sailing then.
Oh, different light. Oh. Well, does it be in the direction towards where the X marks the spot for the treasure?
It is.
Yes, Captain, I do believe it is in that direction. Do you still want me to steer clear of the light?
Absolutely not. Go straight for it. Consider this ship a moth.
What, Captain?
A moth?
I'm not sure if I get the reference, Captain.
That's okay. Just sail straight for the light. Even if it
Sure thing,
kills us.
Captain.
All right, so the HMS Lovelace is underway towards a light. You should get there in a few hours. Back outside of Holodeck 2, Ensign Ryak and Ensign Salixon are struggling because there is still a klaxon, and there is still the issue of the entire bridge crew locked inside of Holodeck 2. Ensign Salixon is sweating. just absolutely drenched. And and there's Ensign Ryak near him with like a little towel for his forehead. But before them is a counter. A counter. And the counter reads 30 minutes. And they know that if this counter ever reaches 0, the ship's main computer will deploy the automated defense systems to purge the holodecks of any intruders. The holodeck does not contain the captain, according to the ship's main computer, because everyone's comm badge was left in their quarters. We'll return in a few minutes for the epic conclusion of this episode of Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Now we are? No, we're still not. Hang on. I'll fix it. Wait, no, it's not. No, shit. No, it's still not doing it.
Holodeck,
I
right?
wanted
Everybody
to
can hear everybody.
swear this
everything.
entire time.
Hello everyone. We're back, right? Cast, can you say something really quick just to make sure that the audio still works?
Yeah,
Hello?
we're back.
4.
Test.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
4.
Just making sure.
4.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the second half of Star Trek Adventures Lovelace. Today we are wrapping up our Holodeck episode. Where are we at? There we go. The crew of the HMS Lovelace has recently been tasked by a magistrate of His Majesty's Royal Navy with privateering duties. These privateering duties include ensuring that ships are able to transport goods freely in this region of the world without interference from pirates. The HMS Lovelace has witnessed a pinpoint of light on the horizon. It's becoming dusk at this moment, so it's difficult to see anything more, but Lieutenant Ram noticed this pinpoint of light, and the HMS Lovelace is currently en route. In fact, you're almost there, and you can begin to see what looks like a ship, or the remains of a ship. Your eyes are still really kind of trying to adjust to the light, but you're noticing now that some of the lamps, the lanterns, are broken. They're not working, and instead there's a glow. But you're realizing now that the ship is on fire. And there's a elderly man desperately bailing water out of this vessel and like shivering because it's cold. And the HMS Lovelace has just happened upon this scene.
Well, by the seven seas.
Oh, hello. Please, can you help me bail the water out? I'm going down.
I think your ship be a lost cause.
No, it can't be. Please help.
We'll offer you help. You come aboard our ship. I ain't gonna help you save something that's already gone.
Are you some kind of pirate?
No, worse than that.
Captain, better than that.
Nope. I know what I said.
We're privateers, so make that what you will.
The man is distraught and immediately runs down below deck. The ship is still sinking.
What's the fool planning?
I don't know. Could we throw a rope that distance? Are we close enough?
Yeah,
or no?
you are absolutely within distance to board, yeah.
Should we go over there and try and get him, Captain, or let him go down with his ship?
There's always a let a man go down with his ship, but I pity the poor bastard. Let's find out what he's doing. Why is his ship so valuable to him?
Right.
Commander Herrick spots just into the water as you're idly scanning the ocean. You notice that there are several sharks.
Ooh.
Large sharks.
It would be ill-advisable to miss.
Agreed. You coming with?
No.
Who's on the boarding party?
Oh, I'm going 100%.
I'll go over too.
Oh, I'll head over with you, Captain.
Lieutenant
I
Rand.
will keep the ship steady, Captain.
Good plan. Good
Okay.
plan.
All right, so get your grappling hooks ready. I'm gonna have you make a roll, a command and con roll with a difficulty of 2. You've noticed that the sails are completely in tatters and they don't function as sails anymore. But you still notice that one of the masts is looks like it could be steady enough for your grappling hooks. You're aiming for the mast. Okay. So, Lieutenant Commander Belmont fires the grappling hook and barely manages to stick it, and swings over. But there's like too much slack, and your feet like just brush across the ocean water. You feel the cold like chill from wet ocean feet, and you see the shark Herrick begin to just idly swim a little closer. But you do make it onto the deck of the ship, and you let go of your grappling hook.
There you go. Oh, there.
For the record, Herrick looks satisfied at his decision to not do this.
Captain, go ahead and make a roll for me. Oh, did you already make that roll?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Task roll of 1 or 2.
Task roll of 2, and command and con roll complication of what did I say? 2 or 3?
Yeah, you said
2.
yeah,
Complication of 2.
2. Alrighty. Woo!
Okay, yeah, expertly, like you've done it a million times. Throw the grappling hook, hit it, and then swing. You even do the cool little thing where you like let go a little bit before you hit the ground, hit the deck of the ship, and you know your feet make a little splash, and you're there. You're instantly right there. Do you draw your weapons at all?
Yeah, I'll draw my cutlass.
So
just in
it should be
case.
noted that all of you have a hollow cutlass and a hollow flintlock.
I'm pulling out the flintlock.
The flintlock will take a turn for preparation for you to load it with
Okay.
a ball and powder
No, I've skilled into it
and a
though.
rod. It doesn't matter. It's still gonna take you a preparation turn if there's combat to load it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right, so you've loaded, you've brought out your flintlock and you have the loading supplies ready to use it.
Ready. Right. Okay.
All right. Well, you're here on the deck of the ship. You hear some rustling from below deck, and the crazy elderly man appears again. This time in a suit of glistening armor, and a magnificent weapon, a carbine, much like the one that you saw the Klingon wield earlier. It almost shimmers with this unknown substance, and he just kind of ungainly marches up the stairs. Now you listen here. I won't be taken prisoner, not by the likes of you.
Well, if you won't be our prisoner, then you'll be dead.
The man is shaking as he raises up the carbine. I'd rather be dead than a prisoner.
Sir, listen. This doesn't have to be any bloodshed. You're in a suit of armor, which if you fall overboard, you're going straight down to the bottom.
I'd rather
So you're in a
Davy Jones take me than you.
right, but maybe it'd be better if Davy Jones takes nobody today. You can't save your boat. Whatever you have on it, it's gone. There's nothing you can do. You can come with us and live.
At that, the man just sinks to his knees, and just kind of starts sobbing as the ship is slowly sinking around you. I know. I've got nothing left. They took it all. They took all of it. And took my daughter. It's not even my ship, it's hers.
Who took it? Who took your ship? Who took your daughter?
The void.
Captain,
Yes?
the ship is sinking.
It does smell a bit, doesn't it? Are you going to sink on a ship that ain't even yours? You're gonna come with us to rescue your daughter.
Aye, Captain. And the old man rises up to his feet unsteadily, and you manage to swing over. You and Lieutenant Commander Belmont, Cookie, manage to make your way over to the Lovelace, and you take the grappling hook and toss it over to the man, who rakes it into his armor and hoist him aboard as the ship sinks. It's dark, and there is no more light from the burning vessel. The sharks have not been fed tonight, but the man is very clearly distraught as he kneels at the on the deck, shivering in the cold.
Captain, permission to go get him a blanket and some stew.
Of course not. Let them freeze. No, I'm not that mean. Go ahead and get him warm.
Good one, Captain. Arr.
You take Dramamine before you got on the holodeck. It's like, arr.
Oh my god!
So yeah,
So you come back with the stew.
well, yeah, which the stew is fish and orange, by the way. I just cut up the oranges and threw it in with a bunch of fish. There's bones and all. And here's some stew. It's nice and hot, and here you go. And I don't know if he still has the armor on, but I'm gonna put the blanket directly over that,
Is that-
on him.
Oranges and fish?
Yeah, it is. It's my own recipe.
Oh, it's just like me mum used to make. And he just starts the bowl of fish and orange soup.
Yeah,
The
it's
demeanor for the man is slowly returning, but he's still very old and shivery.
Herrick has decided the more he learns about humans, the less he knows about humans.
Is he still wearing that glistening armor?
Yeah.
Why don't you get out of that heavy armor of yours? Maybe find something a tad warmer than cold steel.
That's all I have, Captain. That's
Freeze.
all I have left in the world.
Are you naked under there? Because we can get you some clothes.
No, I got cloth.
Oh. Right. Well, we can just store it. I mean, we can't. We're stuck in the ocean. We can't go anywhere with it.
All right. He starts taking off the armor. Is anyone close to him right now while he's doing this?
I am. I'm pretty close.
Okay. So you can make a roll for me if you'd like to let's see here. Let me grab your. Yeah, if you want to make a an insight and we'll say engineering roll with a complication of 2, task roll of 2.
Okay.
Okay, so full success. As the man's peeling off this armor, you notice by the lamplight on the deck of the U.S.S. or the HMS Lovelace that there are symbols, insignia. Typically on quality armor such as this, the makers will impart some sigil or sign to show the craftsmanship was by a certain guild. But where there would normally be a craftsmanship symbol on this armor, you notice that it is not like any guild you've ever seen. In fact, it has been either replaced or was put there intentionally as a small spiral being embossed directly into the metal.
Oh, Captain, can I talk to you for a minute, please, over here?
You want to go in the private quarters to speak about it?
No, I think we can probably keep our voices down over across the deck.
Sure. Okay, then.
Right.
Lieutenant Ram and Commander Herrick can absolutely hear this.
Captain, on this man's armor is a spiral. And I saw the same thing on the big hulking man with that lady that was all, the Void Lady. There's the same symbol. So I don't know if we should be trusting this man here.
You think this is some sort of elaborate ruse? That he was placed there on purpose?
Well, now I do. I didn't before. I just didn't. Yeah, absolutely.
It does seem a bit suspicious, it does. However, symbol on an armor isn't enough evidence. We should ask him about it, where he procured the armor. Maybe we'll find something out from there.
Aye, Captain.
Or throw him overboard, I could care less.
No, we went through the trouble of pulling him up onto the ship, and it was a bit heavy with that armor. I'd rather not throw him over. I'm, a bit tired.
Well, we have the armor. He's a lot lighter without the armor on.
Oh, that's true. It's up to you, Captain.
We'll see if he is suspicious, and if he is, we'll throw him overboard. Keep
Aye,
the
Captain.
armor.
Aye.
All right, don't confront him. Just try not to scare him too much. Like, we are going to throw him over. But it might consider it.
Right. Absolutely, Captain. Right.
As you make your way back towards the old man, he looks up at you with a toothless grin. Oi, Captain.
So, very nice armor you got. Where'd you procure it from?
Oh, that. Well, when they were sinking me ship, they took me daughter. They took me daughter and they sent one of their own over to take me, but there was a storm. And I managed to kill him. I've never killed a man before. But I took his armor, and the void ship just kept on going like it was nothing. Nothing at all. My ship was destroyed, but it was like nothing I'd ever seen. Some kind of magic. Like it didn't even notice the storm.
You say you killed someone for this armor?
Aye, one of the voids.
How did you kill someone with such magnificent armor, being an old man? Take no offense.
Well, I had a cannon. Doesn't take much to knock a man out with a cannonball.
You shot a man with a cannon.
That's right.
Were there any cannons on that ship that was burning?
There were, but it would probably been kind of hard to see them.
Yeah.
Sir, can I just congratulate you on your aim?
Don't take much aim, kiddo. I was right in front of you.
Let me get it straight. A member of the Void jumps on your ship, you shoot him with a cannon, you steal the armor, and the Void just sails off and don't care about a dead crewmate?
They had what they wanted. They had me daughter.
Why is your daughter so important to the Void?
I don't know. They've been going around taking people, whisking them away. The woman said she didn't want me.
Evidently didn't want her crewmate you killed either. Finding it very suspicious. How can you prove to me that you actually did manage to shoot one of the Void members dead with a cannon while wearing that armor.
We could go diving for it. It's down there somewheres.
Not worth it. Is there any indication on the armor that it had been shot by a cannon?
It would be difficult to tell as the holodeck's rendering of damage done to armor is minimal at best, although you can tell that this armor has been damaged.
All right. But for safekeeping, we're going to keep you in below deck for now.
Aye, Captain, just save me, daughter. I'll give you the armor if you want. Just save her.
Did you happen to see what direction they sailed away in, perhaps?
No. It was
No.
storm.
I wouldn't worry about that much. We'll run into him again. Already ran into him twice today.
You're
It's like nothing I'd ever seen, Captain. It was like nothing I'd ever seen. The cyclones just started. It just started. And it wouldn't stop. And the voice ship didn't even notice them. Be careful, Captain. Be careful. Beware.
Careful be my middle name. Well, actually, it's Margaret, but I don't tell a living soul that.
You've told all of us.
I'm trying to be dramatic here.
The old man just gets up and walks towards the lower deck. Leaves the armor behind. You can take a look at it if you'd like.
I'd like to wear the armor.
You'd like to wear the armor. It's this particular type of armor is. Why don't you go ahead and make a roll for me? Go ahead and make a. You can make an insight and science roll for me. The complication of 3, the task roll of 2, or you can spend momentum.
You know what? I'm just gonna try this. Whoa.
Oh, all right.
Nice, full success. You know this metal that it's made of. It feels different to you than anything else rendered in this holodeck. It's not holographic. It's alloy from the holodeck itself. It is heavily damaged, but you go to try to put it on, and it's almost impossible to buckle any of the buckles, and it feels like it wouldn't even be worth it. More cumbersome than anything. And it's freezing cold to the touch.
Maybe it's not worth it. All right. Helmsman,
Yes, Captain?
continue on course for the treasure.
Right away, Captain. I will, Hedda, could you raise the sails? Yaha?
Yo-ho. And off to treasure we go.
Oh, Captain, I didn't learn any sea shanty songs before. I apologize.
No, don't be apologizing none. We can't sing most of them because, you know, the DMCAs, they're out there somewhere. A group
Right.
of pirates who plunder if they even dare hear a song murmured that not be belonging to you.
Right.
The DMC. Hey.
Right. The children of the sirens. I've heard of them. Yeah.
Aye, they don't take kindly to singing songs you didn't write yourself.
Right. All right.
As the ship becomes underway with Lieutenant Commander Belmont, Commander Herrick, and Captain Lockstead all on each separate mast, as there are no more mutes. We cut back to the outside of the holodeck, which is terrifying, and And there's still a klaxon. Hasn't stopped. And Ensign Salixon is performing digital surgery on this working system while it's running, this incredibly advanced holographic system that they're not really very familiar with in the first place. And Ensign Ryak is there for emotional support. The holographic like timer above them reads 20 minutes. It's just flicked down to 19. And Ensign Salixon is breathing heavily. The computer kicks on.
Ensign, I am detecting high levels of stress. Deploying anti-stress measures. Purge will begin in 19 minutes.
Back aboard the U.S. HMS Lovelace. You've come near this large spiral shape on your map. It is just reached midnight. The stars are coming out, which is good because Lieutenant Ram, you've been able to use a sextant to help, calibrate your directional sensors. The area around you is warm, tropical. Even at night, the water here is so clear that you could see easily, 30 meters through it. You've noticed some bioluminescence, jellies, small weird fish. The water here is warm like a bathtub. And deep within the ocean somewhere, one of you swears you could have heard a growl of a whale. As you make your way very near this large red spiral on your map. And it's marked Elysian Fields, but there's nothing really in sight.
Sure we're in the right place?
I believe so. I mean, following the grid, it seems to be the right place. I can have a look at the map again if you want. It was quite complicated.
Yes. It's a very complicated map. Take a look at it again. Make sure we are.
Maybe, stabbing a knife into the map might help. I hear that's a thing people do.
People do that. We should do that.
Yes.
All right. Well, take my knife out and stab the map on a wooden table.
The map bleeds.
Is it supposed to do that?
I don't think so, Captain.
I don't feel good about doing this anymore.
Yes, I thought this was just going to be cool. I thought this was the thing that people did.
All right. You know what? I'm going to go up to the crow's nest and take a look around and see if I can find anything of interest.
I will double check the map again and maybe take the knife out of it.
No, it'll bleed out. Just leave it in.
Are we not concerned that the map is bleeding at the moment? Is this normal?
very concerned. That's why you leave the knife in, or it'll bleed out.
Right, right away, Captain. I will just observe around the knife.
So, Captain, you're making your way up to the crow's nest?
Yes, I want to investigate around.
Herrick, what are you doing?
Herrick is just Herrick is surveying the islands as best he can through his spyglass.
From the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And Cookie.
I'm sitting behind Ram on a barrel with what I think is as close to old rum as I could, replicate. So I'm just sitting there taking a sip and really not enjoying it, but trying to be in it.
Okay, definitely. And so, Captain, you make your way up to the crow's nest. It's a pretty tall mast, but you make your way up there. I'm gonna get a roll from you. I'm gonna get an insight and science roll
Okay.
with a complication of 3 because it's nighttime. Task roll 2. Okay, it's a partial success. If you'd like to use momentum, I'll grant you the full success.
Sure. Let's get that full success.
All right. We'll bring the momentum counter down to 2. You peer through your spyglass. It's a little cracked, but it still works. You've had it for years. And you notice that everything off in the distance is an inky black color. But you're focused not really on the ocean, but more on the horizon, like the stars. Because you should, by all accounts, be able to see stars all the way down to the horizon if you're in the middle of the ocean. But there's one spot where the stars are kind of blacked out, like they've been matted out, very, very discreetly, in a very low way. You'd normally miss it, but you can see just off in the distance, there just appears to be a few stars missing on really low on the horizon.
That's very peculiar. It's very, very peculiar.
With that, I think I'll make my way back down.
Okay.
So, I guess with this knowledge, I think, would Lockstead know that there's something wrong with the holodeck itself? With that, or would he
yeah,
believe
absolutely.
some sort of a knowledge?
Absolutely, you would understand that, knowing that there's alloy, and understanding that the map has a picture of an Isolinear chip on it. I think you would understand that there's probably something wrong with the holodeck.
I'll immediately head on over to Belmont.
Belmont. Belmont.
Yes, yes,
don't-
Captain?
I don't want to harsh everyone's good time, but I think there might be something wrong with the holodeck.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
When I went up to the mast, it appeared that a couple of stars were not rendered in, and I believe there might be something going on.
right. Okay. I should be able to access a panel and just take a look at how the program is running.
Right. Just don't let anyone, they're having such a good time. I don't want to freak them out.
No, I completely
Herrick
understand.
collapses his spyglass and is looking the exact way the captain said he was looking, and just, I concur, Captain.
Herrick, where's your sense of... Okay, we have a slight problem, since I guess everyone can hear. I believe the holodeck is malfunctioning.
Well, the
Here's
map
our
is still
fun.
bleeding.
Yes, maybe that should have been an indication that there was something wrong with the holodeck when the map started bleeding. I thought it might have been, some mystical map that had some sort of dark curse to it why it started bleeding. Now I
Yeah,
just
that's
can
what
see that, that would have been cool. That would have been
It would have been
cool.
great. It would have been great. The void, cursed the map. It would have been great. Yeah.
Yes. Is it still bleeding?
It is
Yes,
definitely.
it's still very much bleeding right now. I'm trying my best to, read the map and everything, but a knife with blood around it is a little bit distracting.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and computer. Oh, that's not great. Captain, the computer isn't responding. Would I
Let
be
me
able
try.
to? Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, let me try. Computer?
Let me give it a go. Computer? Oh dear.
Now something is seriously wrong.
Well, it could have been that.
Hello,
Oh, computer. What's with the music, computer? Computer?
Captain, is
What's
this one
wrong?
of those sea shit? Oh,
You made it stop immediately. Wow. I think it's time to get out of the holodeck and find out what's going on.
Yes, does anyone remember where the door is?
usually, I think you can just call it up, but usually you just, door.
Okay. Let's just call one up right then, and let's pick this up some other time. I was rather enjoying this. I really was.
Same.
I'm so happy that you got into the pirate spirit, Eric. You really have impressed me.
Yes. I'm ER, Captain.
That's the spirit. Door?
There is no door. None has appeared.
Or socks.
Just the sound.
Would I be able to find a panel? Would there be any indication of anything that I could like?
No.
No, okay.
No, not really. When you hear this sound, you can briefly see a like a flicker of some kind of object about 30 feet and above you, about the height of like your ship's second mast, or the first little platform when you get up and you try to get up on top of the mast. Like the first little sail. You can see like a shimmering of like some object there when you hear this sound, but that's about it.
Something is very seriously wrong. Let's see if we can't communicate the crew and find out what's going on. Who brought the communicator?
Oh, I
You
I
explicitly ordered us not to, Captain.
Yes, I was trying my best to stay
my
in character.
objectives.
I thought you were going to bring one anyways, Herrick. I can't just say, everyone leave your communicator except for you, Herrick. That would be biased. I assumed that you were just going to bring one, but it seems that you followed my orders. And now we don't have a communicator, do we?
I apologize for not being insubordinate.
I guess I can't fault you for that, but we are in quite a situation. You think it is all possible for us to reach that door?
Deploying automated defense systems. Deploying automated defense systems.
At that moment, you see the shimmering light on the mast begin to lower, and it forms into a shape of a ceiling-mounted turret. Some fire shoots out of it.
Deploying automated defense systems in 15 minutes.
Oh,
That is not good.
I didn't know. I didn't know the holodeck had this capability. Is it still out there? Is it still hanging out? Can
No,
we still
it's
see
it's
it?
disappeared again.
Oh, okay.
As for the door, does it appear long enough for somebody to, like, split-second jump through, or is it just a glitch?
No, the door doesn't really appear, just the turret.
All right. Emergency meeting.
Right.
Everyone except for the old man.
What's that,
Everyone except for the guy who doesn't exist.
Don't worry! We'll get your daughter!
Okay, then.
He says from the toilet.
Captain, it said there's only 15 minutes until I guess it's going to cook us. And if we can't get a door, we may have to consider dealing with that as a threat. But I'm not quite sure what we can do other than point the cannons at it.
What other options do we have here to leave the holodeck?
I mean, if we're not getting a response, there's not much we can do unless there's people on the outside that know there's a problem, but we haven't seen any indication, so there's nothing we can really do from here.
So, what you're saying is, we have to hope and pray that our crew understands that we are in danger. But the sounds of it, if they haven't been alerted by now, then I would assume that we have been infested with that creature. One that infected you. Because, it's quite clear the peril that we're in at the moment.
You mean the crew has been reinfected?
No, I said if they don't know that the ship is in dire straits right now, then I would assume that we've been reinfected at this point. I think they are well aware of the situation at hand.
Right.
Just
okay.
asking if there is anything at all that we can do while in this simulation.
As you've been having this discussion, Lieutenant Ram, the ship is still moving, right? You're still... The sails are still down, you're still sailing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, as you've been having this discussion, that matted out portion of the horizon has been drawing ever so close. And you can now begin to make out a shape. It is larger, this matted out blackness against the sky and horizon. And you can begin to see what appears to be a landmass. It's dark and difficult to tell exactly what it is, but your ship is heading directly for it. And Lieutenant Ram, as you see this landmass, you notice that it's actually very slightly, ever so slightly, shifting. It's moving perpendicular to your vessel, moving left, ever so slightly.
Captain?
Yes?
Again, I'm not too sure if it's my, eye receptacles, but is that island moving in the distance?
You know, now that I look at it, it does appear to be moving.
The ship is drawing ever closer to this mass, and you realize, with its mottled roots and trees, dirt, that this is a mangrove, a large mass of vegetation that is broken off of the mainland and is floating. You've discovered it here in this large spiral shape on your map. And apparently it is always moving. You've found Elysian Fields.
It's possible, Captain, that if we continue to run through the simulation, we can hit an endpoint, and perhaps the simulation will turn itself off?
I concur.
Our only hope now is to find the treasure in order to escape from this holodeck so we don't get eradicated.
Right.
Right,
You still want to
so,
be pirates?
I mean, may as well stay in character, right?
Might as well. I mean, I'm having
There's
a good
no harm
time.
in it. It's not going to get us out, any slower.
No, it isn't. Full speed ahead to those mangroves.
Aye, aye, Captain. Yaha.
Yar.
We're in danger.
The HMS Lovelace finds its way neatly in between a few of these giant, massive mottled roots. Commander Herrick, you managed to grapple onto one of the roots and tie your grapple to the ship. And Lieutenant Commander Belmont, you do the same to keep the ship close to the mangroves, since weighing anchor will get you further away. And you're now here at Elysian Fields. You can see in the distance there is a fire, a bonfire, a rather large bonfire, and voices who have apparently not heard or seen your arrival.
It looks like we got a crew aboard these mangroves. Let's be very, very careful not to let them know we're here.
Aye, Captain. What do you think we should do?
We'll investigate first. Harrick, use that spyglass of yours and see who be camped on the mangroves.
Aye, Captain. And
Yeah, I'll get a roll luck. That'll be a insight and we'll say insight and engineering, or insight and security. We'll say insight and security. Complication of 2 because it's dark. Oh wow. So Locke's incredible eyesight, but Commander Herrick's Vulcan eyes are able to utilize this spyglass
Ram.
far more effectively than any human could possibly ever. And even in the almost utter darkness, by the dim glow of the mangrove's bonfire, you're able to detect a rather large force of people near this bonfire. A rather large number of who you know to be members of the Void. There is a cage near this bonfire, off in the tree line a little bit. And inside the cage is a young woman. You notice that the large Klingon is standing at attention just near this bonfire, apparently waiting for something.
Captain, it appears that the Void has beaten us here.
It appears so. There are quite a few of them. And that, you think they're also after the treasure?
I wouldn't be able to ascertain, Captain, but I can tell you that it appears that the gentleman below deck, his daughter, is among them.
Aye. Well, we have the element of surprise. I say we keep close eye and see what they do next, and if opportunity arises, we take that opportunity. We're heavily outgunned. We'll have to be smart about this.
I would advise having Mr. Ram read the map further and see if he is able to draw us a path through the mangroves to the objective.
Aye, that might be of some use. We can beat them to it, but must be careful. With a crew that size, we will undoubtedly have some trouble. Ram?
Should we remove the knife?
Yes, Captain.
Can you read the map well enough to pinpoint exactly where the treasure might be on the mangrove?
I mean, there is still a knife in there, Captain. I don't know. Do you still want to keep it in there? Or,
I guess take it out.
okay, I'll just gently take the knife out.
As you withdraw the knife from the map, it's the blood that was pouring out of the map's wound has now covered the entire surface of the parchment, the scroll, and feeling it in your hands, it feels different. It feels like almost like a leather. And the ink that was on this map has mostly been wiped away from this blood. But you're rolling it around in your fingers, and you can still make something out, but it's hard to see. Can I get a roll from you? Insight and insight and engineering.
Would he not have like an eidetic memory though?
This is the mangrove isn't charted on the map.
Oh, okay.
Just the way to get there. Complication of 2.
Completion 2, task roll of 2?
That's right. Okay. You notice that as you draw the map further away from the light, you start to see some kind of glowing, like the ink has reappeared, but it's glowing now. And the further you get away from the lamplight of the captain's quarters, the brighter that ink becomes.
Can I see anything different on it? Is the map just normal, or...?
You can. You walk out to the deck, the main deck, and you begin to realize that it's not necessarily the darkness that's doing it, but the moonlight itself. You wave one of your hands over the map, and the glimmering light disappears. The moonlight is showing you this brightly defined, shimmering chart of the mangrove, and you know that by the bonfire exists a camp. On the opposite side of the island is docked the Void's Embrace. And near it is a cave. And that cave is the exact same depiction of the cave that you saw on the map before, with the coins and the compass with the Isolinear chip.
Right. Captain, a little bit of a change. It's not really a map anymore, kind of. Well, it kind of is a map. Just a different sort of map now. It kind of is like a good detailed map of where we're going.
So, we ought to take it with us.
It appears to be useful. As you can kind of see here, Ram goes to the captain, just kind of like points out the cave on the map. As you can see here, this one kind of looks very... I don't know if you remember the previous map before we stuck a knife into it, but it seems like this is a similar cave as the one before.
Right. Well, I think we all know where we must go. It is very odd, though, that they have the old man's daughter in a cage. I wonder if there's something to that. I'd feel very bad if we didn't rescue his daughter, but it's quite obvious our predicament that we should really just finish the map. But she could be a key to this puzzle. Let's, for now, keep the ship here and take a dinghy round to the cave and explore the cave and see what lays inside. I don't think anyone should stay here, not even the old man. I think all of us should go. Anchor the ship,
hide it in the mangroves, take the dinghy out, and go from there.
All right, that sounds like a great plan. So you all head off into the dinghy with the old man, whose name you still haven't asked yet, by the way. You still
Old man's good. Old man's good.
Old man.
Old man Jenkins.
Come along, old man.
So all 5 of you are now in the dinghy. Ram, you're the one with the oars. I'm gonna have you make a control and con roll for me. Complication of 2, task roll of 2. Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
I rode perfectly
Yeah,
back and forth,
you
back
do.
and forth.
You do. Expertly. And faster than a human could.
It's like a cartoon.
You're so buff right now.
Speedboat.
The dinghy makes short time as it rounds the side of the mangrove, and you're struck by the size of the void's embrace as you paddle the dinghy very slowly and carefully, quietly around the back of the void's embrace. You can see the barnacles and bits of ocean flora that are still like stuck to it. It's rags of some material hanging from the masts. It's difficult to tell what it is in the dark, but you don't really want to find out. You don't see anyone aboard, and you make your way to the cave. It is an ocean cave, visible only at low tide, which it happens to be. And this cave is surrounded by these giant mottled roots. They act like a surface beneath you, a rocky one, but a surface that you might be able to stand on. You hitch the dinghy to the side of this cave, and now you're in a dark, wet cave.
All right. Let's proceed with caution. Very quiet. You take the lead, Ram, followed by Eric. I'll be in the middle. You behind me, Belmont, and what's your name?
Oh, Jimothy, sir. Jimothy Stewart.
Jimothy. Well, you hang at the back. How's that sound?
Hi, Captain.
All right. Let us proceed forward trepidatiously. Make sure you have your flintlocks all loaded and your cutlasses ready.
Aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
The mangrove is full of life. There are animals skittering around in the darkness. Insects biting at your exposed flesh. Giant beetles, ants the size of which you've never seen. You hear something growl in the distance. But as you make your way further and further into this cave, you start to feel the air around you expand, like you're in something cavernous and dark. You can begin to make out a light, dim, glowing. It's growing closer. Do you go towards it?
I'm not in front, so
Who is in front?
Ram is in front, followed by Herrick.
Ram. Do you make your way towards the light? Ram? Hey, Ram? Do you-
Sorry.
That's okay. Do you make your way towards this light?
Yes.
All right. As you get closer and closer, You begin to make out a distinct shape. It is a large pile of coins below an opening in the surface of this cave, letting in just a little bit of moonlight. And the moonlight shimmers off of this pile of coins with a chest perched up above it. The chest is open, and at the top of this mound of currency, the top of this chest filled with coins, sits a compass, a large one. It is closed.
Well, be it a bit odd that you don't see no sign of harmony around here. But this compass does look interesting to see what sort of secret it hides.
Do one of you,
will,
one of you climb up to go grab it?
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
forward to grab the compass.
So you're climbing up this mound of currency. And there's coins spilling at your feet, and it's difficult to get a grip, but you manage, and you're up at the top of this giant mound. And you find the compass. It is heavy, unnaturally heavy. And you open it, and inside is the Isolinear chip, one that that you would probably know to be related to the holodeck in some way.
I think we've got what we're looking here for.
I'll show it to Belmont and Herrick and Ram.
So I think it's time to go.
You don't think we need to take any of the gold too? You think that's the treasure for the story?
I do believe the gold is what is commonly referred to as a red herring.
Oh,
It's truly the spirit of adventure.
The coins that you are climbing on top of are not gold.
Can we discern what?
Yeah, absolutely.
It
Do you want to
is.
make a roll? That'll be an insight and engineering roll.
I would. Let's
I'll
see.
momentum him.
oh,
Yeah. Okay, for sure. Well, then we'll
All
reduce
right.
the total momentum down to 1. Herrick, you reach down and realize that these coins are, in fact, an alloy found commonly in the holodeck. They've been mined and created, and they are not holographic. They are very real.
These coins would suggest that significant damage has occurred to the holodeck we are currently within. As these are physical, and he turns and hands one to Ram.
Well, then we really shouldn't be wasting any time. Let's make our way over. And I believe this is all we.
Captain
Oh no!
and crew of the Lovelace. And you hear the very distinct
Your fun drunk aunt is back.
sound of footsteps coming towards you in this cave. And into the light steps the Administrix Harmony Meadows, her cutlass at her side, drawn. And shortly behind her, in a manner you almost couldn't detect, is the impressively large Klingon, Mr. Vulture. I've been expecting you, Captain.
How did you know? How did you know that we were here?
My man, Jimothy, told me.
I
Jimothy
knew.
peeks from behind the Mr. Vulture and just kind of gives you a toothless grin and like a...
I knew I should have thrown you overboard.
It's no matter, Captain. It's all over. Her dark majesty has brought us together at last. She steps closer and closer, and is now inches away from you, Captain, uncomfortably close. I've wanted this moment for years. Finally, we can be together, Captain Lockstead.
What?
I've always loved you.
The captain looks around his crew. Comes real quickly. This is actually a part of the...
I don't really know. Do you think that guy even had a daughter?
Oh.
Many
Right.
confusing things
Her
here.
dark majesty has provided for us here at the mangrove at Elysian Fields a bountiful harvest. Her dark majesty wants very little in return, only the lives of those we love. I ask you now to willingly submit to her dark majesty, or we will be forcing you to submit.
You just want me, right?
Yes, for now.
I'll hand the compass over to Herrick.
You let my crew go, and I'll submit.
Harmony looks back at the Klingon and back to you. Very well. Come with me, Captain.
And I turn back. Make sure you get back on the ship as soon as possible. Get us out of here. Save our skin. And I'll walk with Harmony.
The Klingon takes a grappling hook and attaches it to your shoulder. But you're not wearing the armor. And it sinks into your shoulder blade. Please add 3 stress to your character.
Ooh.
That's fake, right?
That wasn't necessary.
The grappling
It
hook
appears-
shimmers in the dark.
I don't know if we can, if taking this back to the ship is going to shut the simulation down. I'm saying this low to these, to Herrick and Ram. We might need to do something now before they get out of sight.
Right, what should we do?
We have our flintlocks loaded.
That would be most unadvisable.
Computer?
Oh no.
Her Dark Majesty. She speaks to us. She's always listening. Hello?
Purge will commence in 30 seconds. Please evacuate the holodeck.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Inform your Dark Majesty that you have completed your objective and found the captain.
Hear me! Dark Majesty, hear me!
Purge will commence in 10 seconds.
We have found him, the captain.
Commencing purge.
At that very moment, the turret from before lowers from the ceiling, begins spewing fire everywhere. there's this loud elevator music that you can't seem to get rid of. Everybody hits the deck. There's a shimmering light at the end of this cave, just blazing light. And from out of this incredibly bright light steps none other than Ensign Gregory with 4 comm badges, and he throws them, all of them at once, towards the
Not at
group.
you.
Ensign Gregory will be making a roll for a fitness and security roll with a complication of 2.
So that was for Herrick's badge. Now do the captain's.
All 4 badges are now have landed in this mass of coins. Captain! Captain, take the badges! Captain, please take the badges! Ensign Gregory is smoking, like he was on fire, and like parts of his hair are gone, and his eyebrows are gone too. What is this? Who is this? Hello?
Can I use my composure focus to try to watch where the badges have gone?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do a we'll say insight and security roll with focus used, and complication of 2. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the momentum down to 0, and also the threat will be reduced back down to 2.
Well, there you go.
Oh, okay. So Herrick sees exactly where all 4 badges are. Exactly where they are.
Well, Herrick will very quickly pick them up and dispense them as he is able.
Can I talk to Meadows? Is she close enough for me to talk to her?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know, we're kind of on fire though.
Well, I know. I'm gonna say that's the Void's Herald, and he wants us to go with him.
Kill them all, Mr. Vulture. I'm done with this group.
Herrick's going to just tap his comm badge and computer disable program.
The program blinks for a moment. It staggers and comes right back.
Eric! Combat! No!
Purging imposters.
Herrick
The flamethrowers.
tosses.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you take your comm badge? Because I said
I
he
got a
was
grappling hook in my shoulder.
You can.
Herrick, do you
Well-
want to just throw the comm badges at the teammates?
Oh, are they not close enough to me?
Yeah, I suppose. Lockstead wouldn't. You'd have to throw it to Lockstead.
All right, do a throw to Lockstead.
Okay. I won't make you roll for it. It's close enough to where you could just toss it to him. So all 4 of you have your comm badges.
I'll hit it immediately. Computer! And program!
Purging imposters.
And at that moment, all of Harmony's entire body becomes completely engulfed in fire, and Mr. Vulture's body is engulfed in flames as well. The music grows louder. The door is open, and Ensign Gregory is beckoning you through. Captain! Captain! Come on, quick! It's dangerous in
Everybody
here!
run!
Right away, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
Computer's not making a good case for us to not really do bad stuff to her later.
It has been a good hour since the holodeck incident. You are all leaving the med bay and you've all since made your way back up to the bridge, with the exception of Vincent Gregory, who was still in the med bay for treating all those burns.
Good. Well, Herrick's going to be working on a full report and diagnostic as to the malfunction of the holodeck.
Certainly.
Yeah, I'll probably be working alongside Commander Herrick, trying to figure out if it was an issue that was there to begin with, or if someone was tampering with things.
Absolutely.
I'll have issued a ban on the use of the holodeck for a week.
Well, we
Until-
go through, sure.
Until things have been fully sorted, and I may extend if needed.
And anyone
But
cleared
only a
out the
week.
filters recently?
Oh, that is a good question. I'm not sure who's on maintenance duty for the filters.
I believe it's Gregory, but I think he's also scheduled for
Oh, he's
everything else too.
he does the pipes and whatnot. Right. Sure, we can get someone else on some of that stuff.
We're going to need a full report on this.
I want everything thoroughly investigated. I want the crew who was around the holodeck at the time questioned. I want to know what happened.
Was anyone affected in the other holodeck?
Who are you asking?
Oh, actually, I was just sort of bantering if because I'm not. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I probably should have known. So, if Herrick and I are going through this, Commander Herrick, who was in the other holodeck? Was it being occupied at the time? Do we have logs for that?
Herrick is going to sit there with a pad, just reading the holodeck log, and then just
I'm definitely going to look very expectantly at him.
and then taps a button, and just. It appears that Ensign Gregory was engaged in the other holodeck.
Doing what?
His sanctioned recreational hour.
Right. Was he? Does it show if he was locked in as well? Did the door arch protocol? Did it work for him? Do we have logs for that? Or
There
It
are
does not seem.
there are video logs, actually, if you would like to play them.
Yeah. Herrick's not doing that. We got the transcript right there.
a transcript of all interactions between?
Yeah, he just is.
Is there a voice log as well, like a transcription of?
There would be a voice log for sure.
I would have to decompile it,
Right.
but it appears that Gregory suffered no malfunctions in his holodeck.
Oh, well, that's good then. Right. I still want to take a look at the Isolinear chips and relays over there just to make sure. But if that one's in good working order, we'll probably still need to keep that one offline as well.
The holodeck report also says has recorded that the phrase "I'll save you, Captain" was uttered 96 times from holodeck 1.
Oh,
There's just
that
a
is-
block that says incoherent crying.
wow, that is. Well, it is Gregory, and he is known to. I mean, he probably heard about us and our troubles.
Ensign
so-
Gregory is a motivated individual.
I absolutely agree. All right. Well, we can probably get most of this together, and we can send it up to the captain. Unless there's anything else we need to go over here.
Herrick will send Belmont all the technical data, but none of the actual event logs from
Okay.
inside the
Perfect.
holidays, and then just quietly delete them. And
That's
then also
excellent.
delete Gregory's program.
Okay, well, I'll get this to the captain.
Letting them get away with this sort of stuff.
It's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again.
You know
Oh
what's
no, he's
worse?
deleted it. It's
You know what's
deleted.
even worse about the situation is now Gregory's like in the captain's eyes like his savior. So it's only encouraging bad behavior.
Would you like to address the crew, Captain? There will undoubtedly be questions as to why the holodeck is now offline and also smoking.
Ensign Gregory.
I'll have given out a ban on the holodeck until further notice, and I'll address the crew, stating the importance of keeping communicators.
Oh no, what about our VR porn?
Hello? Ah, yes. Excellent, excellent. This is your captain speaking, Captain Eugene Lockstead. Earlier today, we had some malfunctions with the holodeck. I want to let everyone know that, until further notice, the holodecks are not to be used until we have finished our investigations and have deemed it so. Also, please remember to bring your communicators in with you when you go into the holodeck area. Also, congratulations to the winners of the pottery contest. That would be Susan and Timothy. Congratulations on your pottery. It was fantastic. Anyways, this is Captain Lockstead. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Wonderful. Well, as the crew of the Lovelace prepares incomprehensible modifications and repairs to the holodeck systems, the ship sets in for another few weeks of its charting and exploring mission. This time with a little bit less restlessness. My name is Nicotine. I've been your DM for today. I want to give a very special thank you to all of the subscribers and those of you who've contributed to the threat pool. Vixie, thank you so much. If you're listening to this show on podcasting apps like Spotify or Stitcher, know that we record it live in front of a Twitch audience every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Pacific. You can find it on our Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/FableScraps. I'd like to go around and reintroduce the cast and crew of the U.S.S. Lovelace, starting with Fist of the Walrus, Captain Lockstead.
Hello, I'm Fist of the Walrus. I'm a roleplay streamer here on Twitch, and sometimes I dabble with a little variety. At the moment, I am making a Christmas movie, a very, very loose interpretation of a Christmas movie, over on GTA. Evan is actually helping me with that as well. I have many cameos and good times, and yeah, just been a lot of fun doing that. But it's been great. I've really enjoyed this episode. It was a lot of fun being a pirate and making Atlas memes.
Me too. Thank you, Fist. Next up is Lock the Raven.
Hi, I'm Lock the Raven. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, and I'm in the other Fable Scraps Warhammer 40k Doom lore story. And you can find me on social media and Twitch at Lock the Raven, spelled how it sounds.
Awesome. Thank you, Lock. Next up is Aaron.
Hi, my name is Aaron Black. I'm an author with a recently published book called Firewall Down, which is a cyberpunk detective mystery. And if you'd like to know more, you can find me over on Twitter at Aaron B. Writes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Last but not least, Enovan.
Hello there. I'm Enovan. I stream on twitch.tv. Typically, I stream RP games. Like Fist said, I'm helping him make his Christmas movie as my character Robot. And from time to time, I also play VR and mixed reality games as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. To those of you in the chat, know that here at Fable Scraps, we have two shows right now, Star Trek Lovelace, and our Friday show, Warhammer 40k Doom Lore. That is every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. You can find both of those shows at our Twitch channel live. or on podcasting apps like Spotify or Stitcher. Our VODs are available here at Twitch and also at YouTube. Please be sure to follow us on those places. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll be back next week. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Space, humanity's last horizon. These are the records and expeditions of the Federation starship Lovelace. Assigned an ongoing galactic charter, the intrepid crew of the Lovelace explores the excitement of strange new worlds, encounters new life forms and new civilizations, and ultimately seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before.